Day 11, meal 4, and this is about 2 hours since my last meal. I'm getting just a little bit hungry. And knowing the activities I need to do this afternoon, the classes I'm going to be teaching, I know that I don't want to go into it very hungry. I also don't want to go into this, the class structures that I teach having eaten very much either. There's like a fine balance here. So I'm coming back on this fourth meal to the soup. Now, the last meal, I was pretty ambitious for a moment. I thought I was going to eat 2 bowls of soup. Guess what? I could barely finish 1 bowl. I just got very full. So it's interesting, this kind of, in a way, reducing portion size is leading to me needing to eat more frequently. And I can't eat as much for some reason, huh? What, is my stomach shrinking? That's what probably people would tell me. So the soup is still going strong here, and you notice how it's reduced. So I've had now 2 bowls out of this, but this is it really simmering down. When it gets a little bit lower, and when I have another bowl of soup later for meal number 5 today, I'll probably add more water all the way back up, and I'll add some more ingredients. I'm going to pick up some celery and a little bit more onion, and I'll add again spinach and kale and those type of items. I may add some turnip. I might do that too. So, because I'm kind of interested in that flavor. I think something about the flavor. And so why it's very important, I think that we make sure that we know how things actually taste. Salads, can have many different ingredients, and a lot of times what we do is we cover it up with salad dressings. So everything tastes kind of like an oil and a vinegar and something sugary, and then whatever the spices that are in it. We're getting those tastes and those flavors and missing all the other flavors that are involved in the many rich, diverse number of plants that we eat. So now I'm noticing I'm more keenly aware of what my desire is, what my impulse is. And there's a little bit of hint, like this little bit of turnip flavor. I'm kind of like, I'm wanting that at this very subtle level. And so I think I'm becoming more sensitive to what my body's asking for. And I seem to be finding associations in terms of the flavor, the craving, the little subtle, it's very subtle craving of a flavor to what the say the vegetable or the substance is that's going to satisfy that craving. Okay, here's what I want to introduce. I spoke about this a little bit yesterday. A little bit of work and then eating. Now, part of our routine now, starting with day 11. Why day 11? Because it's day 11. Why not? Should this be on day 1? Well, it is on day 1 because guess what? Who here is just lying in bed all day? I know some people have to lie in bed all day. Some people are completely immobile. But even then, they can maybe move their eyes, and that forms a little bit of exercise. I'll tell a story about the very first class that I taught at the UMass Stress Reduction Clinic, where I had 2 gentlemen who were paraplegic in wheelchairs, and they did yoga right along with us, and we created ways for them to be able to participate effectively in the ways that they could move. We discovered how maybe if one part of the body is limited, there may be other parts of the body that can actually move a great deal. And so we discovered a lot of interesting yoga together in that very first class that I ever taught at the UMass Stress Reduction Clinic. Okay, now for us, right now, most of us can do something. Now, I have here in my studio a little stage that we built. We have wires everywhere. We're getting ready for a performance, and I have a step down here. I can step up and back down. This is a simple thing, and here I'm moving up and down, and there's a bright light behind me, and maybe it's hard to see me. This movement up and down, I'm replicating a little bit of work. You don't have to buy a fancy treadmill. I have one. My treadmill is actually more expensive than most of the cars I've bought throughout my life. And it's been worth every penny. I love the treadmill. But here's a tiny treadmill. One step at a time, we step up and back down, nice and easy. Now, naturally, I have to say, well, you should check with your physician before you undertake any physical activity, right? And, be careful. Don't try this at home because, you could trip and fall, right? There's risk in everything that we do. And I'm just a guy here just sharing with you what I'm doing. I'm not saying that you need to find a step to step on. I'm saying this is what I'm doing right now. And if you find your own way to do a little bit of work in your own way that feels right and it feels comfortable for you, then you're doing what Sven and Gertrude did every single day and what our ancestors did every single day back in cavewoman times. They worked and then they got to eat, right? So if we do just a little bit of movement, a little bit of work before the next meal, even a minute, even 2 minutes. I'm on the mat training and teaching Gracie Jiu-Jitsu almost every day. Usually Sunday I take the day off. Every other day I'm doing some form of movement with people. And it's just part of my lifestyle. But even considering that, after here a couple of minutes, stepping up and down, trying to look out for my microphone cord, I am feeling just a little bit of elevation of my breathing. So we're bringing work back into the picture. We'll work. We'll make a good choice, a good decision about the food that we ingest, about the thoughts that form our diet of our consciousness, right? And we'll take time to rest. We'll work, make good choices, rest, and play. Okay, day 11. Meal number 4. I think meal number 5 is going to be the same soup. I'll see you in a few hours. A few more minutes of this, and then I'm going to have my bowl of soup.